Hey everybody, it is LSID932 on YouTube. Thank you for joining me. We are here by your request. We are here for Love During Lockup. This episode is called Ditch the Chicks. Oh man, y'all have me here on this internet with Love During Lockup. I had given this up years ago, but hey, that's what I do for y'all, okay? So, 6 months till release. We see Kate, okay? She's still in the bathroom talking to Hunter, who says he is still talking to the other chicks from the prison pen pal group. Now remember, Kate had signed him up for this prison pen pal, and now, to finance his life in there, now she's regretting it. Don't regret it now, Kate. You signed him up. So he says, but it's not serious. Hunter, we're lying already. We lying. One girl thinks she's engaged to you. So how is it not serious? Hunter tells Kate that he's treating her better than any of them and he's not lying to her. He says he's not blaming Kate, but she had a hand in it. Now, Hunter, I know you lashing out. You lashing out. Yes, Kate had a hand in it because guess what, folks? Remember, Kate signed him up for this prison pen pal thing. But Kate said she didn't think he'd take it this far, and he didn't think so either. She's like, you could be playing me too. Kate, he playing you. Yes. He says he's only talking to two and only doing a couple emails or so. He just here to get the money. Hunter said he's just here for the money, but he loves her and the foundation they've built. You mean a foundation of lies? The foundation of pimping you out to the ladies, on the prison pen pal? You mean using other women for money? That's the strong foundation? Okay, I see you and I hear you, Hunter. So he gets mad when Kate is asking him questions of if he's, are you coming home to me? That's what she said. He got mad. He cursed out at her. And she hangs up at him and she does the best thing ever. Kate says, I'm going to need more wine, please. There you go, Kate. Grab your glass of wine and go relax with your friends. We do see that the next time we see Kate is riding a horse. She loves riding, and all I'm saying is, Kate, that's where your money goes, because, humble me, I know riding and riding horses, she has a good relationship with that trainer. It costs money. It costs money to maintain. It costs money for sessions with a horse. So is that where your money's going? That's why you pimped him out. Okay. Hunter apologizes. He says he loves her, and he is begging her on the phone, y'all. He is begging to, not rock the boat because she's where he's going to parole. So she wants the other women gone. He tells her they're gone, and she decides to trust him. We're going to get back to that later, y'all. Later. So we see Sam and Crystal. He hung out all night with his friend Cameron, who came to visit. She does apologize for, getting worked up on the phone with him the other night. And we find out that he visits her twice a month. That's when he can hug and kiss her, and he says it's a profound experience. Now, in the photos they show of the previous visits, Sam looks a little bit heavy. Now, Sam, have you actively been losing weight, or has the stress of this caused you to lose weight? But, he tells her, hey, your grandma isn't feeling well. She probably ain't going to come visit. So Crystal tells us she was raised by her grandmother, and she wants him to go see the grandmother, if she's sick. Now, he said it's 30 minutes away, and that's 30 minutes cutting into the traffic time he has to take to get to her. I'm like, why doesn't he just call her and try to talk to her again? So he does that. He keeps calling, grandma ain't answering. Grandma ain't answering. So Cameron, his friend, is like, I think Sam has a savior complex, maybe. You think, Cameron? We think so, and we don't even know him as much as you do. So he said he will miss his time with Crystal if he goes to check on Rita, her grandmother. And he, asked us, where can he go for fulfillment, because he can't get it from Crystal. He's supporting them, nobody's supporting him. He gets to the house eventually. I'm going to continue with each person's story. So he gets to the house. Still no answer from Rita. Pounding on the door. He said he got a 3-hour drive to go see Crystal. And if he's too late, he will miss the visit. And Crystal's stressed, so that's why he was going to visit Grandma. So he says Rita has not been reliable to go see Crystal. And even so, Crystal worries. So Crystal tells us she feels good about parole, and Sam is feeling the pressure of Crystal's burdens. When Crystal finally reaches Grandma, Grandma was asleep. She didn't sleep the night before because she was so sick. Now he's upset now that he may miss the visit with Crystal. Crystal said Sam is the only person that she has ever met to dedicate their life to her. I said, Crystal, Grandma, you revealed to us that your parents were toxic, your words, and that Grandma raised you. Grandma dedicated her life to you, unless that is not the case. So Crystal said he promised to hire a lawyer for her, but he didn't do it when he said so. So trust is complicated right now. He did eventually hire a lawyer, but it wasn't when he said he did it. So we meet a new couple. A new couple. We meet MJ, 37, wholesale real estate investor. Okay. And Willie, who is 35. He is incarcerated for possession with the intent to distribute, the Ron, and aggravated assault, possession of a pow-pow, and forgery. He's been in jail for 4 years. Now, MJ, and she has said it, but I'm assuming Willie too, is from Tonga. Tonga is out an island nation in the Pacific. She's seen exercising with her cousin. She tells us she's the black sheep of the family because the family is very conservative. Now I put a question mark on that because we're going to get to the family. So she met him when she was 21 and at her sister's house. Guessing she was married back then too. His first cousin is married to her sister. And he didn't look at her till after he got divorced. Lies they tell. The lies you tell it, Willie. He was married for 9 years. He has 3 boys. And after the divorce, he went over a deep end. And that's where he ended up being incarcerated with all of this. She was married for 13 years. Okay? 13 years. She is 37. Y'all had a period of time y'all were single. But we're going to leave it there. So she was married for 13 years. After a year and 2 months of being divorced, he reached out. A year, 2 months ago, he reached out. She was vulnerable after her divorce. She was in a dark place, no family in her city. And I'm like, oh, she was open to a new relationship. She was open to this. And he just slid right in. How did he know? But anyway, she probably was open to him too because they knew each other before he was incarcerated. So that I could kind of understand, but he's a new person after this incarceration and running with the law. I'm sorry. So her conservative family, she tells us her dad has 36 kids. 36 kids. How many wives? That's my question. That's my question. How many wives? Because if your mama is his only wife, mama is a champion. 36 kids. She says she has a big family. Wow. And is not used to being without family. I would imagine there's constant ruckus or something to do. That is your own village. 36 kids. Oh my gosh. I was wowed by that. Her family's in Utah, so that's why I asked too how many wives. I don't know where her father could be practicing and have multiple wives. But to have 36 kids, no matter how many wives, you could have flipping 10 wives and have 36 kids is a lot. Ooh, wow. So, her cousin asked her if she is using Willie to get over her ex. Now, it's 4 weeks till release, and MJ is going out for her birthday. She's not taking shots, y'all. She's not. She said she gave up drinking. And she said she started drinking when she was 13 years old, and she got so addicted to just the taste of it. She has gotten a DUI. She was doing 120 in a 45 while drunk. Girl, I don't think I've ever put a vehicle to 120. Girl, in a 45. Girl. So she got probation for 2 years. She's been sober for a year. But her cousin is pushing a shot on her. The cousin's like, come on, we got a shot, drink it. So you know what? She's like, no, no, no. And then she's like, yeah, but she pours it out into the water or some other drink. Why is your cousin derailing your sobriety? Why would she do that? She's like, oh, you're going to be boring. You're going to be boring. Cousin, you need to stop it. This lady, MJ, is on a journey. Don't derail her, please. I don't like that. I'm more upset with that than anything else. You see the consequences of her drinking and you want to push her to drink because it's her birthday? You have no idea her relationship with alcohol. Stop! Stop. So MJ tells us she's headed to Utah to see her mom. But we also learned the last time she was in Utah, she got drunk and slept with her ex. Y'all, MJ got drunk and slept with her ex. And she thought she was pregnant. MJ thought that last encounter developed a child. She said Willie went crazy when he found out. You think? I would understand it. And then she plays the conversation they had about it. She pulls out her phone. You want to hear it? She plays it. She said she records their calls because when he was in isolation, she misses talking to him. How often is he in isolation that you got to do this? I'm trying to find out. Willie, how often are you in isolation? Or is it just locked down in the prison? But she said isolation. Willie is not a model prisoner the way she tell it. But she's heading to Utah. So Willie got over her running back to her ex for sex. But it's been a year since she's had intercourse with anyone. So let's do the math. So the last time she was intimate with someone was a year ago. And that was with her ex-husband. Also, a year ago was the last time she went drinking. So, your drinking, your intimacy with your ex, all that was 1 year ago. She's been sober for a year. Too much, MJ. I'm applauding you for your sobriety. I'm applauding you for not letting your cousin pressure you, because that was disrespectful in my eyes. But the last time you had intimacy was a year. It was also when you decided to sober up. So the DUI and the 2 years probation didn't get you sober up. But thinking that you made a child with your ex because of a drunken night, that sobered you up. I don't care why you sobered up. I'm happy for you. But I'm like, girl, that was your pivotal moment. So let's go to Kaylee. Remember, Kaylee, Hunter, and Kate is our resident throuple. Kaylee tells Hunter that she went to look for wedding dresses. And while she was doing that, she didn't find a dress, but she found a ring. And Kaylee says she don't care about y'all because the haters are going to say, why did she go buy her own ring? So y'all just keep your opinions. You know what y'all saying already. Haters gonna hate. She don't want to hear from y'all. So Hunter said he loves Kate, but Kaylee is his twin flame. Hunter, you may just want to tell these ladies that you need a throuple, and I'm sure, based on what we have seen of this edited, produced show, I'm sure Kaylee might be down for the cause. Kaylee might like it. I don't know, but Kate, she ain't for it. So says he's excited to marry Kaylee. This is a lose-lose situation, he also said, because he got to pick one. And Kate is on his books as his probationary location, not Kaylee. But Kaylee is on his mind as a fiance. So he told her he has bad news. Their last session time, where they were risque on the video call, added 30 to 60 days to his time. Their naughty time on the video call did that. And I'm like, 30 to 60 days? You should know already. Or you tell her that so you can get out, go hang with Kate, see how it works, and she don't go looking for you, and then you come up with some other story. So Kaylee thinks he's lying because that's the worst news ever. And then Kaylee tells us that they don't have video visits anymore and the in-person visit privileges were revoked. I think it's just because it's Kaylee. So here's how she broke it down. She said they've only had 2 video visits. So you've been talking to this man constantly, texting him, and you've only had 2 video visits. And on the 2 video visits, he has been added 30 to 60 days to his sentence. So she broke it down for us. She said the first visit, she showed her melons. She showed her melons and the basement area. So he knows whether or not the carpet matches the drapes. Okay, that's the first video visit. The second video, she said, was like mini corn hub. It was like mini corn hub video. And it's all not worth it. Now we know she's correct because she let the cameraman and the sound man and everybody filming for this show to be right outside her wide open door while she was self-pleasuring while on the phone with Hunter. So I totally believe that. Girl, what are you doing? Kaylee, what are you doing? This is a recorded line. You are on prison recorded video carrying on like this, where anyone with access can look that up. They can pull that up at his parole and post it in front of the parole board and say, hey, he acting up. We can't let him out because he ain't even following the rules. Why would you do that? It smells of desperation. So Kaylee wants him home and wants this over with. And she just snaps at the cameraman. Get out of the bathroom. Get out. I need a moment. Goes to her bedroom and is heard crying. You close the door to cry. Kaylee, you close the door to cry, but you ain't closing the door when it's time to have intimacy with Hunter. Okay? Come on now. Oh, hiding that emotion? There's something you are more open with your body and being seen, but not your emotions being seen. I'm watching that. I'm processing that. There's something deeper there, Kaylee. So we are moving on to Savannah and Bradley, 2 weeks till release. She said she has a surprise for him. Y'all want to know what the surprise is? Padded underwear. Padded underwear. Because remember, she wants him to pay for the whole BBL. That's $20,000. And he said, heck no. He got $250 on it. $250. So she got fake butt underwear and shows it to him. Okay. But she's still asking him to pay for the BBL. And when the producers asked, well, how likely are you to pay for that? And he said, it's a 3 out of 10 that he gonna pay for it. Psh, at least you gave 3. I guess that's what $250 is worth out of the 20,000. He said it's hard to tell her no. She puts on her mother's wedding dress and he tells her take it off. She said, I got a surprise. I got a wedding dress. He said, take it off. Mm-mm. She said she wants a courthouse wedding, and he said he wants a big wedding. But he tells us that they're not currently engaged. He says Savannah likes to talk about it like it's happening, but he wants to move slow as possible. So Savannah's out here saying she's engaged to Bradley. Bradley's like, he ain't engaged to her. What the heck is going on? She tells us that they're on the same page about marriage and their life in her confessional. And I'm like, girl, we just heard from Bradley. He said, you making this all up in your mind. Bradley said, this ain't for him. Lord. Savannah tells him that she's going to meet with his sister, Alyssa. Bradley said anything with his sister is a disaster. And you don't owe that woman any explanations. Now, Bradley, what's going on with you and your sister? That she is that woman. I mean, he said some really messy stuff, and I'm like, that's your sister. So Savannah and Alyssa apparently had a friendship before the relationship Savannah has with Bradley. And Savannah and Alyssa got into a fight, and Alyssa put her hands on Savannah. And after that, Bradley was done. This is what Savannah is telling us. Bradley wants nothing to do with her. Bradley does say that to Savannah. So Savannah said Alyssa was there for her during a lot of hard times. And I'm thinking, remember, she said she's in recovery, she's sober. So I'm thinking those were real hard times she's talking about. Bradley says if Alyssa is there with her when he gets out, he's done. He will leave. The way he said it, I thought he was really, really sure about that. So Savannah does meet up with Alyssa. She says she stopped talking to Alyssa because she put up boundaries, but she didn't tell Alyssa what those boundaries were. She thinks it unfair that she hasn't told Alyssa what she can do better in the friendship, why the boundaries are there, and what are the issues. Okay, I understand. We need to talk. Savannah says lately she has had those boundaries. It's been the past 6 months. And Alyssa says she is the only person who has supported Savannah throughout all of it. All of it. And Alyssa said, you can't come to our family house. You know that, right? Because you had asked, Alyssa's telling Savannah, because you had asked if Bradley loved you more than Grandma. And I'm like, really? Is the family that much about it? But I don't know. Remember, Bradley's supposed to come out and work with his dad at a roofing company. So I don't know. Savannah told Alyssa that Bradley didn't want to talk to his family since he was incarcerated. Savannah, why would you tell family that? Why wouldn't Bradley tell his family directly? I find that very suspicious. Why would you tell his family unless you're mad that, hey, he don't want to talk to you? That's hard. I was about to say prisoners need contact with family. If the family wants to have contact with them, I don't understand why they wouldn't, unless the family is partially responsible for his situation. So Alyssa goes on to tell Savannah this is why the parents want nothing to do with Savannah, because she is controlling. And tells Savannah Bradley plans to dump her. But she tells us Bradley's not dumping Savannah yet because she's financing him in jail. So we have another Hunter instead of prison pen pals. He's using a girl that he used to know. Okay. So apparently Bradley plans to dump Savannah according to Alyssa, but she is financing his lifestyle in jail. Savannah says she would never ask him to choose her over his family. But there's something very suspicious about this whole story, Savannah. I'm not believing your whole side of it because I can't see you saying choose. You have told him before, in our little conversations we're seeing, that it's you above everybody else. But that is the end of the show and the recap and review, folks. This was a very mild episode to me. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm glad we have another couple to kind of dive deep into. And let's see what I can't wait for Hunter to get out. I need Hunter to get out so I can see what's going on. But thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.